I have very little things to hide, Jennifer.
The few things I know for sure. You were born in Portugal.
That's true.
You moved to Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know you
2004.
used to be an electrical engineer.
That's true.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've been in Ireland many years.
2004 was when I moved here.
Okay, 2004. Another thing I know about you is that after you moved to Ireland, that I believe that's when you became an acupuncturist.
That's true, yeah. I started studying still in Portugal, but I finished my degree here in Ireland, yeah.
Okay. And eventually you opened a clinic and began a romance with Siobhan, who I have seen many pictures of, and she seems like a very nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
When did you two open a clinic together?
So we met in college, and I am contractually obliged to actually say this because she always says it to everyone, and it used to be it used to be a joke, but it's true, and I don't know if this was ever on camera before, but the truth is that during the very first year, I didn't like her at all. There's a reason for that, not as a person,
Okay.
just because of what happened in the classroom. So it was one of those scenarios.
What did she do?
So she asked a lot of questions, you see, and
you would have hated me.
The issue is that then you have to make all the notes, and you have to write everything. You have to write the question, you have to write the answer. So just added up on more work. So that kind of became a joke then with the we got together in the final year. It was towards the clinical year, towards the end of 2006. And yeah, when we finished college, we because of the clinical.
So you started to like the questions.
No, the clinical year there weren't as many questions.
Okay. So really, in clinic with the silence, your love grew.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, we had there was obviously going through college and going through education again at that time. It's difficult, and it's different from when it was the first time when we were through normal, and then it happened, and I'm glad it did happen. And yeah, when the transition from the clinical time to opening the clinic did happen together, and then more and more work opportunities came about. So only a few times we actually shared a clinic together, and obviously one would go to the other's clinic, and everybody knows that we work together and all that. But I think that one of the things that was really, really important, and the patients could see that too, was the support. So from that moment onwards, we ended up having that extra support, that what one is studying, the other one is studying as well, and you kind of keep pushing each other, and that helps too. So I feel like I'm in a very privileged position when I see comments online, or I hear other colleagues saying that working in the clinic is a very lonely place, and I always step back a little bit and sometimes don't say too much, because I just have that. Yeah, I just have that feeling that for me it was and it is different, and that's just because I'm lucky to have Siobhan around. And it's having someone so close to you, as your peer and as your colleague and as a professional, that can say to you, actually, I like that, but I didn't like the other one, or do this instead of doing that. That's actually very, very important, and it's a big part of where I'm at the moment.
I know you've had some changes with your clinic.
Yeah.
And previously, you have had a clinic with Siobhan in the same office?
No, not really.
No?
So we would share a room, and we would be able to go in, especially for the fertility patients, when the appointments would go a little bit off. We would be able to share. But as in working in the same clinic, we were always a one room clinic practitioner kind of thing.
Okay, got it.
Until
Yes, I think there's some changes, right?
Yes, that's true. And yeah, I think that at the time that we had a chat about this was all still pretty much up in the air, but now it is all confirmed. It's just the works and getting the room ready. But
Yeah.
yes, in the clinic where Siobhan is now for many, many years, there will be 2 rooms. So that is one of those things. And as I said on on one of the vlogs, that everything happens for a reason, and sometimes you might not see why and you might not understand why, but maybe the clinic closing at the start of this year, maybe that was already a sign, and that I would have to do a little bit more of this and a little bit more lecturing, which ended up happening. And now with the other clinic in Maynooth, maybe it's the same thing. So we'll see. Now we're going to have that opportunity. It helps Siobhan as well to have the 2 rooms, just because of the volume of patients.
Oh, yeah.
It also helps me because obviously it's closer to where we live, and it just gives me the opportunity to see some of those patients as well.
Well, that's great. So you found a place you're happy with.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to hear that. And let me just ask you, with the 2 rooms, I know for me, I like to always have 2 rooms available so that I can, go back and forth.
Yeah.
You generally do it room by room?
We
or
do
patient
one
by
room at a
patient?
time, yeah.
Okay.
Well, for several reasons. Sometimes because of availability. So the clinic where I am now, the longest, there is actually only the 1 room, and we work there at different days.
Right.
And in Siobhan's case, and this opportunity that came about, it's just because of revamping the place a little bit, and this room is actually going to be created, so it doesn't physically exist just yet. So it's going to be like redesigned and one extra room. So also the fact that you have to remember that as a man, multitasking is not really the best of my skills.
Okay.
So 1 room is safer than 2 rooms at the same time, right?
Okay.
No, it's just I liked it. I understand the point of the 2 rooms, but on a serious note, apart from the multitasking thing, I actually like that. I like that time, and it allows me to be in practice, or it allows me to be in the practice a little bit longer in the day, because I'm not going all the time. I always have a little bit of time where I can say, okay, this patient is gone, now I have a little bit of time, and I'm not going from one room. But hey, hands up, totally understand and totally accept that 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 1 for overflow. Yeah, fine.
Everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
So did I leave anything out about your background that you'd like to share?
Well, I know, just to give a little bit of an idea, and how is it weird coming from the electronics engineering background, but when there was already something there on the background about medicine, because be telling my age here now, but when I was a teenager, I wanted to be like Doogie Howser.
Okay.
So that was the thing, right?
Yeah.
And it was just that fascination about the helping someone, even though they don't know you don't know them, and that exchange that happened there, and it was always so intense as well. So I really liked that, and I suppose, look, at the time it just didn't happen. So again, it's one of those things, didn't happen. But it's funny now to look back and see electronics engineering I was always like the one getting the toys and then opening the toys to see how they worked. And then
and you're still dealing with energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, true. And it was always that exploring and finding out how it works, and then I would know that if it's not working, then I know why, because I've seen it inside. So the transition was kind of like easy enough. And when the opportunity came to start studying in Portugal, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, that's great. And what part of Portugal, by the way?
I was living in Lisbon just before moving to Ireland. I'm just slightly north from Lisbon, like 35 minutes away from Lisbon. Yeah.
Okay.
So
well, I haven't been to either Portugal or Ireland, and I would like to see both.
There you go. Well, you have to sort that out.
I will have to sort that out. I have like a travel list like that.
I know, and you like to travel a lot. So.
Yes, I do. I love to travel.